Welcome Swish Club partners. This video covers the Ladder League, how to set up a ladder league at your club. Let's get started. Click on Create a Game, select your sport, then choose the League and the Ladder League option. The first thing we're going to do is name our league. Next, we'll add an event. This looks like every other league creation where we're adding the details for the first game within our league. You can title this whatever you'd like. We typically title it Week 1. Select your date, time, and location. You can choose the number of players that you want in your ladder league, and here are a few other customizations. The first is choosing whether you want one player up and one player down or two up and two down. For example, say you have four people on a court with one up and one down, only the winner moves up and only the loser moves down, middle two stay. Likewise, you can choose whether you want to prioritize four or five players per court. Both of them are good options, it just depends on your preference as a club. Select any of your other features, then go ahead and click Done. Once you've added the first game, click Finish and Create League. First thing we'll do with our newly created ladder is add the players. For this example, I'll use the Edit Players button to manually add some players. Now I have my players added. One of the other great features about a ladder is that you can seed the players. Let's say that Margie is a strong player and I want her to start on the top court. You can click on the six dots and drag them up to whatever position you would like. You get to decide as a club if you want to randomize the seeds or if you want to put the higher players on the upper courts or lower courts, etc. You can use the seed players and save your changes to customize it however you would like. With everything set, I'm going to click Start Round Robin and this will generate the ladder matches. As you can see, I did 5 players per court, which means 1 player per court has a bye every single round. If you follow along the names up top, Aaron, Bensa, Chelsea, Daniela, and Ernesto, they stay in the same group of 5. They're not mixing with all 15 like a normal round robin. These 5 players stay on their court and compete for the top spot. Let's put in a few example scores to see what happens. Here we are on the results page. I can see that Chelsea and Ernesto were the bottom 2 players on court 1. Likewise, Jackson and Harrison were the top 2 players on court 2. When we go to generate matches, all we do is click this button, we confirm our settings. I want 2 up and 2 down, and I'm continuing with 5 players per court. We click generate next game, and it will automatically create week 2 of the ladder for us. Here's my next game. If I click to start the matches, we'll see that based on week's 1 results, Harrison and Jackson have both moved up to court 1, and Ernesto and Chelsea were moved down to court 2. Now the players continue to play their matches, record their scores, and at the end, I simply click one button, Generate Matches, and it will give me week 3 of the ladder. This process continues as long as you would like until the ladder is complete. Let's take a look at a few other examples. What would happen if I have an unusual amount of players, such as 13? As with any scenario, you can use the Remove feature to take out a no-show from your league. So let's remove 2 players and save our changes. One of the great things about the Ladder League and Swish is that you can have any number of players. For example, with 13, it will give me 1 court of 5 and 2 courts of 4 players. Here's another cool aspect. A round robin with 5 players is 5 rounds. If you follow along with court 1, they'll play 5 rounds to complete the rotation. That being said, with 4 players, a round robin only takes 3 rounds. 3 rounds isn't that much pickleball, so typically people like to do a double round robin. Follow along with courts 2 and 3, and you'll see that they play 1 round robin, then it lets them complete an entirely second round robin so they get in a good amount of pickleball. Notice in round 6, there is no matchups for court 1. They've already completed their round robin after 5 rounds. This is a very cool hybrid feature in Swish where we accommodate for any awkward number of players, 17, 19, 27, whatever it is, Swish can handle the rotations. This leads to the last aspect of our tutorial, which is how can you run a ladder in which you do multiple rotations per week? Here's how it works. Some clubs would prefer to have the players do a simple 3-game round robin, after which they will bump players up and down a court, then do another round robin and bump the players up and down for the following week. This can easily be done in Swish. Although we give you a double round robin, you can simply use rounds 1 through 3 and fill out the scores. Let's do a quick example. After playing 3 rounds, we simply go straight to the results page, then click Generate Matches. We pick our different customizations, click Generate Next Game, and now we can go into the next game, and on the same week, the same day, we can play 3 more rounds. This is a fun way to do the ladder if you prefer to have a mid-session switch. Again, you simply use the first 3 rounds and skip over the fourth, fifth, and sixth round, and this allows you to do 2 rotations in the same week. Everything is about your club's preference. Most clubs tend to go for 1 rotation per week, but you can do this mid-session rotation if you would like. All you have to do is understand how to use the Generate Matches button, which will automatically shuffle the ladder for you. Reach out to our team if you have any questions. This is one of the most popular league formats. Players love it. Use this ladder league function at your club and bring a fun competitive format to your leagues.